Needed to get to that nut right there. Might be able to get it with a wrench now that it's lowered. Get the zip ties out of there. I held it up temporarily with that since I was working by myself. We've got to put those end links back on too now that it's lowered. I forgot to do that before I lifted it up. Actually, that whole sway bar needs to come off. It needs to be painted. So I'm going to pull that off as well as the whole... I'm going to pull the whole assembly off. I've already put a new ball joint on this side. New tie rods, new end link, sorry, for the sway bar. Those bushings sway bar bushings may need to be replaced, but we want to replace that bushing and that round bushing right there. That's the main thing, but we'll take the whole thing back off again and clean it, treat the rust. I think the strut's probably okay. We'll find out when we take it out for a road ride one of these days. Really mangled up the coating on the ABS sensor right there. It's fine though. Well, it's not broken anywhere in the wire. That's not to say that it even works. So go ahead and get this whole thing off. Go ahead and get this brake caliper off. Get this axle nut off too, get the rotor off, while the axle shaft is still holding everything steady. Set that up there for right now. I'm gonna have to zip tie that up out of the way. Well, that may get the have to get the air gun anyway. The other side I had locked with pliers, but it's an open differential, so let's try locking it with the screwdriver and see if that works. Without breaking or bending my screwdriver. I don't know, it might break. Oh, it's coming loose. These rotors are going in the trash. Well, recycling. I've got new ones. I need a deep 10 for that. Keep something to slip off. Okay, I guess we'll take the bracket off. These look like 16s. These are going to get soaked first because they are really rusty. Whoops. Thumb is on zoom. That one down there, those two. Top one, bottom one. probably gonna need a hammer. There we go. That's going to get a cleanup, probably on a repaint. So I do need to take the speed sensor out right there. Looks like an 8. No, it's actually a 10, it's just loose. So here's what I'm dealing with. Getting that popped out. Well, unfortunately, it's separated, but not where it needed to separate. That metal housing is seized in there, so new sensor for this side, unfortunately. Hopefully I can still get one. Otherwise, we'll be deleting the ABS system. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to have to take the tie rod off for the steering. I can get to the bushing bolts now. Let's go ahead and take this off. I believe that is a 19 as well. It did not want to separate. Straight out of here. Everything just kind of unfolds. Hanging by the lower control arm now. We'll pull this axle out. I've got to get a new gator clip clamp back there for that boot. I've already had this off once, but I think I may pull the boots back and see what the universals look like. The other end looked okay when I had it out with the transmission, but I didn't really go through it through too much detail. But just looking at this, it looks okay. So I'll take 2 hands. You know, so I might be able to salvage that speed sensor. Possibly. Actually, no. It looks like the tab broke out of it. Alright, well, 180 bucks on that side if I don't break the other one. So let's get the spindle off. I already placed this ball joint down here. This is a Moog ball joint. We got to pop this C-clip off, loosen the pinch bolt up, and then we should be able to lift it off, and that'll give us a little better, lighter access to the control arm there, because that knuckle is freaking heavy. We also have to go under there, drop that plate off, support plate there, and that'll let us get that bushing out right there. Once that one's out, then we can tackle getting those two right there out, and the whole control arm should come out. Alright, I believe. Nope. It's gonna be 15. Everything's a freaking different size. Let me grab some other wrenches. Alright, that is now loose. I should be able to work it. Actually, that bolt is probably going to have to come all the way out, isn't it? Yep. There we go. Woo-wee! Got a bearing to put in there, but I think we'll take that apart later. I want to get this control arm off. Let's see, are those 15s? Nope. 16s probably. 16. And this bolt is not going to come out. It's going to hit the engine. It doesn't need to come out though. It just needs to be slid back enough to get this bushing mount off. All right. All right. It is loose. I would say it's been quite a while since that came off there. And that one is split all to pieces. Is that the same size? I think it is. These gonna fall off. Whoops. Remember that one goes in the front. Whew. Well, let's see if we can't get those off of there and get the new ones on.